Hey, what's up guys? It's George, and I just got done with my evening run. If you're new following my channel, then running every single day is one of my rituals. I run every single day, no matter what. Minimum at least 1 mile, usually between 1 and 8 miles every day. So, and in this video, what I wanted to talk about was the importance of rituals and habits. See, our life essentially becomes a composite of our habits, of our rituals. And when you think about it, if you had a child, or if you have a child, just imagine, but just say you didn't have one. Say if you had a child, and you could, obviously as a parent, you have a big role in the habits and lifestyle that the child creates. And so, let me ask you: would you rather that child just did whatever it wanted, just so that it was happy, and didn't ever get upset or uncomfortable, and could see as much junk food as it wanted, watch as much TV as it wanted, stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning on school nights watching cartoons? And would you want your kid to live that kind of a life? Or would you try to instill into them good habits and rituals so that they, for example, did reading every single day to educate themselves, that they practiced an instrument, that they went to bed at a reasonable hour, that they did some chores? Would you want them to instill some good habits and rituals, or just to do whatever they wanted? Well, I think it's quite obvious. We would hope that our children would develop good habits and rituals. Why is that? Because again, our life essentially becomes a composite of our habits and our rituals. Rituals are so key, and the thing is that very few people intentionally set rituals that are gonna empower their life, that are gonna make their life better. And what happens if you don't intentionally set rituals? Then what's gonna happen is your unconscious is gonna set habits and rituals for you, and these may not always be things in your best interest to help you get towards your long-term visions and goals that you want for your life. See, when I'm coaching with people, always in the beginning, I ask them a series of questions. And I know a lot of times they probably don't know why I'm asking them all these questions, as if I'm trying to be a counselor, psychologist. But the reality is, there's a couple different reasons why. But one of the most important reasons why I'm asking a series of questions is because I'm trying to see what their rituals are. If they have any rituals, if they have any empowering rituals or disempowering rituals. I'm trying to see that. And obviously a lot of times that I'll find with people that do need help, which there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not knocking anybody that needs help. I'm always working with coaches, and I've hired many coaches in my life. That's why we hire coaches, so that they can help get us back on the right course. But a lot of times I find with people that are reaching out to me because they need help, they don't have a lot of empowering rituals in their life, which is okay. And so one of my goals, what I like to do, regardless of what, if they want to lose weight, this, that, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cement into their lifestyle new rituals so that they can meet this goal. Because if I could just teach them some fancy trick to lose a couple pounds real quick, then anybody can do that. You're gonna rebound. But when you got rituals in place, then in good habits, then you're gonna smash through your goal, and you're gonna just keep moving forward. You're never gonna go backwards. But if it doesn't become a lifestyle, then you're more likely, you may hit your goal, or hit your weight loss goal or your fitness goal, but if all of a sudden a month from then or 2 months from then you gain all the weight back, you get out of shape again, what was that? And so it's the rituals, it's the habits that make or break us. And so what I think is key in the beginning is to, you might not have any intentional rituals in your life. So what I want you to take away from this is to not set up like 100 rituals right now after you get done watching this video. Just set up one ritual, something that no matter what, every single day, that you will accomplish this no matter what. I have a lot of rituals in my life, and but I always just start with one ritual at a time. And the key is you want to set one ritual at a time, and you want to keep doing it until it is so ingrained in you that you don't even have to think about it anymore. Maybe it's been 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you don't even have to think about it anymore. I mean, that's how it is with me with running. It's it's at this point now. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to add it to my to-do list. But I did in the beginning. I had to make it a to-do, and I had to make it a notifications on my phone and different things to remind me. That's part of the process. And then once you have something down where it's so cemented, ingrained into you that it's just part of your identity and who you are, then that's when you can set and create another ritual, if you will, if you would like to keep moving your life forward. I have rituals in my life for all different areas of my life. I have my morning rituals, I have my evening rituals, I have rituals for all different areas of my life, parenting rituals, and I find that the rituals, that they keep things in order. Without order, it's just going to be chaos. And those, if you've ever raised a pet before, I'm sure a lot of times you'll notice that your pet operates and functions a lot better with rituals, when it knows when it's going to eat, when you're going to walk it, and things like that. Then it knows when it's going to go to the bathroom. We are the same way, just like the children that I mentioned, that we would like to have good rituals, or having a pet. You got to take that onto that ownership of yourself. And it can be difficult sometimes if nobody's pushing you, or no one's cracking a whip at you, or holding you accountable to set rituals. And again, that's my own plug here. That's where I can come in. If you need coaching, of course, you guys know I'm glad to help coach a lot of you guys. But you can also just commit to it yourself. And this is the thing: you want to start off with one ritual, and the key is you want to write it down on paper. You want to write it down on paper with pen, pencil. Write it down on paper. Don't type it on the computer. You can type it out also, but you do want to write it down, pen to paper. I would recommend to write it down with your right hand and your left hand. Write it down twice, and then type it out on the computer. And what happens, studies have shown that when you write your goals and your intentions out on paper, that it increases the likelihood that you'll follow through and you'll accomplish them significantly. There's been a lot of studies on this. Just for some reason, the brain, when you write down your goals in pen and paper, then it has a better chance of sticking and becoming something that you're really committed towards working towards. And so guys, rituals are key. Habits are key, and it can make the difference in your life of living an easy life versus living a difficult life. And what I mean by that is, if you always do what is easy in life, then your life will always be hard. But if you always do what is challenging in your life, then your life will always be easy. And so it may seem like, I got to set all these rituals, and but guess what will happen? This will make your life so much easier. Because it'll be so much, once it becomes a part of you, it'll be so much easier to exercise every day. It won't require enormous willpower and having to cry with your friends together and huddling together so you can get the motivation to go work out. It'll become a part of you. And so your life will be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier to just go out to the restaurant and put together a healthy option. It'll be a lot easier to do fasting, intermittent fasting, because it's a part of you. And so when you always do what is challenging, then your life will always be easy. But if you always just take the path of least resistance in life, the easy path, then your life will always be hard. And so that's why I highly recommend to set rituals into your life, rituals in all different kind of areas. You can set, rituals right now. You can identify future rituals or where you want to have, for different areas. And actually, I recommend that. I'm gonna do more videos about my organizational system and how I organize. But as far as my weekly, monthly reviews and things like that. But you can write out all the different rituals in different areas. And that we have them written down, but have really just like one main ritual that you're going to commit to for now and working on that every single day, no matter what you're going to do. And then, as I kind of hinted to, what I do is I do a weekly review, I do a monthly review, and those are two of my biggest things: is a weekly review and a monthly review. And this is where I analyze a lot of my rituals, where I need work on. But the key is you want your rituals, the important ones, to be something that you do every single day. Because see, there's different levels of rituals, different strength of rituals. There are some people who have rituals, but it's their ritual just to work out 3 days a week or something. And then there are those that the ritual is so strong that this is an everyday thing, no matter what. And what I've found, and working with a lot of people and studying people is that the one that it's a daily ritual are the ones that tend to have the highest chances of long-term success, just because it's so ingrained in you that it's like your religion. It's not even something that you think about. It's just something that you have to do. Like, for example, there are people in various different religions that they fast every single year, because that's part of their religion. And no matter what, that is what they do for that period of time, to honor the rituals of that religion. And if that's what it takes, then great. I'm all for that. If that's, I think that's it can be a great thing to help push you and get you working towards your goal. But you can also create your rituals within yourself that are so strong. It's like your own religion, that every single night you got to read 30 minutes before bed, and no matter what, it's a non-negotiable. It's a ritual that regardless of the situation, you're going to find a way to do it. And that's why I'm a big one on the no days off mentality. I mean, you can have days where you take it a little bit easier, but I'm a big believer on keeping rituals every single day, because it's easier that way. It's easier than it is to start and stop. It's easier to just keep that momentum going. So guys, finish off by just setting just one ritual for right now, or two if you really want, and make it a non-negotiable on what these rituals are, these habits, that no matter what, that you're going to accomplish these. Write them down with your left and right hand and pen, paper, put them up somewhere in your bathroom, by your computer, multiple places, and then don't even think about it. Don't even talk about doing it. Just do the thing that you say you're gonna do. Don't think about the long-term implications, recovery time, how you can feel. Just start doing it. Start taking action and asking questions while you're walking and while you're moving forward. Beautiful evening out here. Hope you all doing great, and get going setting these rituals, these habits, your new lifestyle, and if you do, you're gonna be in for a treat.